Perfect. First thing we're going to do is use this supplied template that they give you. And you just line the template up perfectly with the trunk. And I like to put a little tape on it to hold it in place. You really want to take your time making sure it's perfect, because this is going to pretty much the only thing telling the wing where it's going to sit. Now that everything's perfect, they give you marks for your 2 holes. I just take a centering punch and say goodbye to that beautiful trunk. Okay. That's pretty much it. Now, when you remove this, you're going to see you have your 2 little marks. And that's where we will be drilling. Before we do that, we go to the other side. The other side is on the opposite side. When you're putting this down, make sure that you have the right side of the template on. Left side, everything left and right in a car is from the driver's position. So if it says left, is on the driver's left. Same thing, we're lining it up perfectly. Inside the box, you're going to have your main piece of the wing. Then you're going to have 2 of these side pieces. This is the part that actually mounts to the trunk. And you have the nifty parts kit. So the hole they tell you to drill is a 9mm bolt. Obviously in America we don't really use too many millimeter drills, but we have this chart here to tell us what the closest American size to 9mm is. So you go down to 9mm. Closest, this is 9.1, would be a 23/64 drill bit. We're gonna go with a 3/8 just to give us a little bit of clearance. We're talking a 64th of a difference. Not gonna kill us. It's a 9.5mm. So before you start drilling, you're going to want to take this cover off. This is just the inside trunk liner. And so you never want to just drill a straight 3/8 hole in something. You always want to use a pilot hole for most instances. So my go-to bit is like a 1/8 bit, and you can see our little punches we made. The idea of the punch is it will hold the bit right in that place as I drill it. Now there is 2 layers you have to go through. The idea is to be perfectly straight. You go through the next layer. Now we're ready for our final hole. Now that we've drilled our holes through the trunk, you can see, if you look, this is the back hole with the 2 layers, and then this was the front hole that had the single layer. The front hole already has an access hole here. We have to make this hole bigger in the second layer so I can have access to the bolt to put the bolt in the other hole.
8 gaskets up.
Now we're going to apply the supplied sponge gasket to the bottom of the wing ends. Use a razor to do the final trimming, and that's done. So I find it easier to lightly put the ends on before attaching into the car in case you happen to drop one of these bolts. They do fall down into here and it's kind of a pain in the butt to get them out. So I lightly put all the bolts in, they're loose, and then I'll mount it to the car. Hey Joey, give me a hand. Need to hold the wing on with the trunk up. Okay. A little more?
You can go all the way. Yeah.
Now that the wing is tight to the trunk, I'll go ahead and finish tightening the rest of the bolts that I started before. The last piece of the wing install is these little beauty covers that get put on the end to cover up the bolt holes. These use a self-tapping screw that tap right into the plastic of the wing. I just take the screw out to clear this plastic out of there and then send it in for the final.
You're not crazy. Go in.
YouTube magic, or you can do like this, be like one of those. Yeah.